What's good, guys? It's your boy Hoodie Dre. This video's gonna be a little different. So, what I'm here to talk about tonight is I am not just me, but mainly me. I'm getting ready to enter my last basketball season, and I'm making this video to just talk about, you know what I'm saying, one, the reason why this is my last one, two, you know what I'm saying, the experiences and the good times we've had, and the good time I've had, honestly, owning my own team for the past couple years, and the transition from, you know what I'm saying, pre-COVID to COVID and everything. So, but before I get into everything, I just want to make sure, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you enjoy this video, definitely like the video. And then in the next couple of days or so, I'll start uploading again. Cause I got a lot of video requests and I got some things that I need to do. But it's surreal looking back at it, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna start from the very beginning, because I feel like for some of us, things are different. So for me, when it comes to basketball, I started kind of late. I didn't start playing basketball until my 7th grade year in middle school. And I played center those 2 years. I played center for Harvey Rice. And then I went on to high school and I transitioned from center to point guard, which was a very, very hard transition for a guy who, when you're in middle school, you're like this tall, and then when you get to high school, you realize that, no, you're not tall at all. You know what I'm saying? There's fucking 16, 17-year-olds are like 6'10", 7 feet, and it's like, what the fuck? But so I kind of transitioned to becoming a guard, and in the past few seasons, I've actually moved from guard to forward, and I'll talk about that a little bit too. But honestly, basketball, I enjoy it because it's really a release. It's a great stress reliever if you are ever stressed out, but it's just really a fun game to play. Like, I enjoy it for the competition. I'm very competitive. But so I started playing, like I said, in middle school and then high school, and then I think around my junior senior year, somewhere in the middle of there, I started coaching actually. And I coached my middle school. I actually coached my middle school team for 3 years. And I've had the craziest 3 years, but I'll do a hoodie story about that, about, you know what I'm saying, being a coach. But I really enjoyed the game from both sides of it, like from a player side and then from a coach's side of the game. It really, but coaching my middle school team, it really made me fall in love with the game more. And that really is where I think the love for the game really came. Because I had fun, you know, hyping the team up every day. I had fun at practice. I had fun running drills. Like, I had a lot of fun doing things from a coach's perspective versus the player's perspective. But fast forward to a few years later. So the story goes, as you know, I was not supposed to own my own team. I was never supposed to own my own team. So the night before my first season, in Cleveland Heights, which is a men's league, an adult men's league. My first night, the night before the season started, one of our teammates who were supposed to play on our team, who was supposed to own the team, it's supposed to be his little thing right here, he decided that he was gonna play on his previous team he played on the year before. No problem, whatever. Kind of pissed off about it, but I decided, let me just, you know what I'm saying, I've already promised guys that they're gonna play, so let me just take it upon myself and just do everything on my own. So I did that. Our first season was tough, especially we had a situation with the point guard situation where one guy told me yes, and then he said no, and then he said yes again, and then I had to, in the midst of that, I had to go ask someone else who didn't play, was out of shape, got himself in shape very quickly. And thank you for that, DJ. That was, you know what I'm saying, couldn't ask for a better person to be in that position. at the guard position. But I think our first season, we were a young team, a lot of inexperience. I had no experience in this particular league, and it was a struggle. We struggled, but it was like a stupid struggle in my opinion, because it's like every game we played, I felt like we were in every single game, except like one or two where we just got blown off the floor. But other than that, we were in like every single game, bro. And it's like we had the games won, or we have a nice little lead, and then it's just like not so smart decisions at the end and crunch time would cost us certain things, or then certain bad shots here would cost us here. We had games won, certain people took take some terrible shots, and you know what I'm saying? But you guys know how that go. So our first season we didn't make the playoffs, and we were in Cleveland Heights. Now COVID-19 happened, and I'm not gonna go into COVID-19. We all know what happened. And Cleveland Heights decided that they were not going to open their gym back up, and they're not going to do their league. So I had to do something with the Reapers, because at this time I'm like cleaning for basketball, because COVID, the hoops are getting taken down. There's nowhere to hoop. Can't go to rec centers. Can't do anything. So I decided to move the Reapers to Seven Hills. Seven Hills, they were having their basketball league, but they were doing it like the NBA was doing it, which was very smart. Everything the NBA was doing, Seven Hills was doing it. Like, you get your temperature taken when you come in. If it's over a certain blah, 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 you can't play. You got to go 14-day quarantine. Mask on at all times when you're on the bench. Make sure you're, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is, 3 feet, 6 feet, I forget. But, you know what I'm saying, you're separated from your teammate. Make sure your mask is on the bench. Only time your mask is not on, so when you're on the floor. And even after the game, like, you know how guys tell us, Judge, there's no contact. Seven Hills did a really good job at their COVID-19 protocols, which allowed the league to continue. So we went there, and then an RIP to, I love you, man, RIP to Mook. And honestly, that shit hit me hard, and I'll talk about that as I go farther into it. But me and Mook, we were developing probably one of the greatest friendships on and off the court, I think, I've ever been a part of, because we related to each other so much from a basketball standpoint, like, and I was recruiting at this time. So I decided that the first season, Seven Hills, I decided to go to Lutheran East, and I just recruited from the Lutheran East, and I did that the first season. It was pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. Now, before I get into that, I'm gonna rewind. I was in Seven Hills previously, before COVID-19. I played on someone else's team for about, 3 or 4 seasons. I've already been in Seven Hills, okay? So I've been playing with, Remy, Kenny on someone else's team. I decided to bring my own team, the Reapers, to Seven Hills. Now let's get back into it. First season was, it was pretty good. We were good. I don't remember. I played so many seasons. I don't remember how the season ended. I know we got to the playoffs and we lost. Second season, I decided to do a tryout. And this, I feel like this was probably, one of the best teams that I have ever assembled, because I recruited. I didn't do Lutheran East. I went to Lost Nation, and I recruited guys from Lost Nation, and I held a tryout at Lost Nation. Everyone came. It was a really good tryout, and I developed a great team. We had so many fucking guys. We had Norman, Sel, myself, Kenny, Kev, Trey. We had Mar. We had Mook. We had KD. Like, we had a squad, bro. So in the season we were going undefeated. I don't think we lost. Our first loss, we had to win like 9-10 in a row. Our first loss came when we played the defending champions, and it sucked because we only saw them one time. And that was our first loss. And then after that, we won the next 2 in overtime, and then blah. Now, in the midst of a great team like this, is egos got in the way of one of the best teams I've been a part of. And it's because people, I understand that, like, at this time, I had the situation with my fiance with the infidelity and me doing something I wasn't supposed to do and stepping out on my fiance. She was my fiance at the time. But So my production, because I was so fucked up, was very, very, very bad. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This was probably, out of my entire life playing basketball, this is the worst shooting slump I have ever been in. To the point where it wasn't even a shooting slump. It was just, I was out of it. Like, I was on the bench, legs shaking. I'm shaking my leg, bro. I'm so meticulous at my routine. Like, I get to my spots and I shoot. I'm getting to my spots, bro. I'm hesitating on threes. I'm wide open. I'm hesitating. Don't want to shoot it passing. Like, it's bad for me. So, but one thing about me, like I said, from coaching, is I understand when I got talent around me, I understand how to use the talent. I know plays to run. I know defenses. I know defensive schemes. I know offensive schemes. And the most important thing about me, from when I started playing basketball to them long nights in the gym with Rob, from me being there from 6 in the afternoon to about 4:30 in the morning, shooting, playing 5-on-5, you know what I'm saying? Is I know how to read the floor very well. And the older I've gotten, the better I know how to read the floor. Is I wanted my guys to trust me, because I got us this far, and I'm gonna get us farther. You know what I'm saying? Some guys get mad when I call timeouts and I take certain guys out and put certain guys in, but I understand who needs to be on the floor in crunch time and who don't need to be on the floor in crunch time. You know what I'm saying? I understand when a guy is talking too much to the ref and is about to get a technical and don't realize he's about to get a technical. Like, it's certain things that only player/coach can see from the floor. So we got into a little altercation at one of the games. These two guys decided to talk the craziest trash, and I'm like, okay, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I couldn't say anything because at the time he was right. I'm shooting the worst I've shot in my entire career, so I can't say anything, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, okay, whatever, or we'll see, blah blah blah. But one thing about me is I'm very, very smart in knowing that you don't bite the hand that feeds you. You feel me? So we got to the playoffs in the first round with one of the best teams I've been a part of. And when I say the same guy that's talking trash is coming up the floor, he's getting doubled. He's not passing the ball. He's running. He's getting trapped. He's going into the corner getting trapped. The worst place you can go to when you're getting trapped is the corner of a basketball court. Terrible. So we lose to we were the third seed or the second seed. We lose to the 7th seed in the first round. So me and my fiance, I got engaged after that. But the next season, I put a team together to prove a point. And this was the most important point that I wanted to prove. And that was that team that was undefeated was great, but I can do it without all that talent. And this is the team that I put together the next season. Tracy at point guard, Kenny at 2 guard, myself back at the 3, Remy at the 4, and then in the beginning of the season, we had Phil. I didn't have a 5 yet. We won the first game, we lose the next 2, we win the next 2, and then I made 2 late pickups. I added Brendan from the first Reapers team. I added him to come off the bench with me. Even though I start, I come off the bench sometimes but the reason I grabbed Brendan is because I knew me and him off the bench had freedom to shoot that motherfucker, and we gonna shoot that motherfucker. And then I added Zay from Heights at the 5. That way, the starting lineup is Tracy, Kenny, Phil, Remy, Zay. I got a big lineup, and me and Brendan can have a field day off the bench, which we did. And long story short, the team that was undefeated got knocked out in the first round. The team I put together a season ago we got to the conference finals. So, but I'm not gonna, like, one of the toughest things about last season for me was in the middle of the season. I think right after, so we've been for years, I've been trying to beat the defending champions in Seven Hills. Never has happened. Come close. I had one game where we were getting blown out so bad. I think I was the leading scorer in the game. I had enough. And we finally did it. And at this time, Mook was averaging about 25 a game. He was really starting to come into his own. And then the worst night of my life, honestly, because I got a phone call and getting choked up. It's kind of hard to talk about it now, but like losing Mook, bro, was the single most hardest thing I've ever gone through. I don't ever, especially because we're so young, I don't ever expect to lose any of my brothers, no matter where we are right now, no matter if we fell out, no matter if anything, you know what I'm saying? And even for the ones that I have fallen out with, life too short for the bullshit, man. Life is too short for the bullshit. I'm not on BS, bro. I'm trying to live a life. I'm trying to leave a legacy for my little girl and my next one. And that's about it. Life too short for the BS, bro. I got a call from Mook's cousin, who's on the basketball team, Katie. He FaceTimed me. He tells me he's in the he's at Mook's apartment with the police, and I guess, not guess, but Mook had a seizure, and he passed away. And it was just like one of the worst nights of my life, to be honest with you guys. Like, and I'm not gonna lie. So the next game, because I had to tell the commissioner of the league that what happened, and the next game we wore all black for Mook. And honestly, I've been a part of a lot of games, and I mean a lot of basketball games. The most hardest basketball game I've ever had to play in my life was that game, because and the way the game started was so weird. I was 0 for about 5, I think, in that game starting it off. It was so tough to be out there without our fallen brother. Like, it sucked so bad, bro. And it was like, honestly, I don't know how I kept it together that game, because every time I went to the bench, I just wanted to break down, bro. It just was tough. We won the game for Mook, but it was just one of the toughest games that I've been a part of, because, like I said, we were building such a close bond, like, and especially everything that was going on with me. And he just, he always was on my ass about staying positive and doing the right thing. And then when I was going to the situation with Ariana, the one person that took me to the loo, and we hooped together, and we stepped outside after our game, and we were outside for like an hour, bro, and it was raining. We had the deepest conversation, bro, and he just told me, bro, it's gonna be okay, man. You know what I'm saying? He just let me know everything was gonna fall in place, bro, and everything did fall in place. And it just was like, we were building this bond, bro, and it sucked, bro. It sucked so bad. And I would give anything to have a friend like that back, man. A brother like that back, man. But fast forward from that, we won out the last 2 games of the season, and then we won in the first round, which was a close game actually, but we won in the first round. We're dealing with injuries. We got hit with the injury bug, unfortunately. Remy hurt his ankle. Kenny had an injury. Got to the second round, which was the conference finals, and we fought our asses off. We lost by 4 in overtime to a very good team, and I don't regret anything that happened in that game. I feel like I played it in my head over and over again. I feel like a couple plays could have went different, but you live and you learn. But that was one hell of a conference finals game. I wish I would have shot better in that game, but it's okay. But now I'm on to my very last season, and the reason this is the last one for me is because I am expecting my second child, and I'm beyond shitload happy about that. It's gonna be exciting. Like I said, I'm here to leave a legacy, and I'm taking time off to be with my fiance and to raise this baby. I've already raised one to the best of my ability, and I am one hell of a dad to that little girl. And whether this is a girl or a boy, I'm praying for a boy, but if it's a girl, I'm a lover unconditionally either way it goes, or him. But yeah, so that's why this is my last season. But before I end the video, the Reapers organization and what everyone who has put on a Reapers jersey stands for is, you know what I'm saying, one, family. We're brothers, man. Rather, like I said, no matter what has happened, we, at the end of the day, people fall out, people have their, you know what I'm saying, this and that, but at the end of the day, we're brothers, man. The bullshit has to get left alone at some point, you know what I'm saying? Life's too short for that BS. I've lost too many people, and I don't want to lose another brother at all. That's one thing. Number two, when you put on a Reapers jersey, it's about fight, man. Like, anyone who's put on a Reapers jersey has fought. We have went to war, battles. We have won some, we have lost some, and that's how it goes. I have been to 3 conference finals in my time in Seven Hills, and I've loved each one of them. I do want to reach the finals, but you know what I'm saying, there's never a guarantee. I know how hard it is to get to the finals. Getting to the conference finals, most teams don't even get there, and it's hard to get there. And then a lot of times when you get there, your teams get injured, and it's tough to, you know what I'm saying, pick up the points or the slack, but you do what you do. And most importantly, the third thing when you put on a Reapers jersey that it stands for, it kind of goes back to the first thing, but it's family. Family and love, man. And to everyone who has played for me and with me, it is nothing but love. It's been a great experience, man. I've had to bump my head a few times. I had to learn a couple things on the fly, which were tough, but it's been a good family experience and love experience, man. A lot of people who have played for me, we have kids, you know what I'm saying? We have loved ones. We have our beautiful girlfriends, wives, you know what I'm saying, fiancés, whatever you know what I'm saying, you want to call them. And it's been a crazy ass experience, man. Honest to God, first things first is I'm gonna thank Remy and DJ for making the first Reapers Media Day such a fun experience. My goal when I took over the organization was to make the basketball team as close as to the NBA as I could possibly make it. And the first season, I really tried my hardest to make it that way. Like, I got the facility, the workout facility where we trained, and Remy, Kenny, both Kennys, my cousin Kenny, everyone who came to the training facility that was lifting weights with us, I thank you guys for that. I tried to have I was very disappointed, but I was very happy about it because it showed me who was truly standing with me. Because I paid money out my, you know what I'm saying, out of pocket for that media day experience. I really wish the whole team would have been there, but that's okay. The people who showed up, and the 2 people who showed up, and we had a ball. We got some great pictures out of it, man, and it was just a good time. To the second and third season, to everyone who like I said, who's played for me, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Like, you made the experience fun for me. You made owning a team for me very, very fun. It was crazy. Some of the games, some of the jokes on the bench, man. Like, especially in the last couple of seasons, man. Some of the jokes on the bench, we have such a good time. And then most importantly, this last season is very special because we did so well with the COVID protocols that fans are officially allowed back into the building. So, I got the Instagram page going, and I'm hoping to see a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, catch games. It's a little different this season because we play in the toughest league with overseas players. We are big time now. We don't play on Sundays, we play on Thursdays, and we don't play early. We play at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and 9 o'clock at night. And games are late now, so it's a little different for me. You know what I'm saying, real NBA type shit. But it's just been a crazy experience, and it's been fun, man. And I asked myself this question last night when I was thinking about making this video, and the question is, if I could do this all over again, would I change anything? And honest to God, from the bottom of my heart, I wouldn't change anything. I would do it exactly the way that it was done, because this experience has made me a better man, a better person, a better basketball player, and overall, just it's made me appreciate the game more than what I originally did appreciate the game. I don't really have. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to say. I don't really think I had that much left to go over. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of wanted to give you guys a concept of why this is the last season and how I've gotten here. The only thing that I told Remy this, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to making it to the finals and winning a championship, the only thing I wish that would be different, I wouldn't change anything, but the only thing I wish that I would be different is I wish that that original Reapers team could experience winning a championship. Because I feel like the first one I feel like there's nothing better than the first one, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like if I had the original guys at this stage, I feel like it'd be different, you know what I'm saying? But to teach his own, man, that's about it for this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I almost forgot I was on YouTube. Hey, I just want to say, because I didn't get to say at the end of the video, to everyone who's been a part of this organization and the Reapers, I just want to say thank you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I didn't get to do the outro, but yeah, thank you to everyone who's been a part of this. You made the experience you made the experience once in a lifetime. Thank you.
500K, that's just on the Richie, my nigga. You don't wanna play with my city. Niggas die every day in my city. Whole lot of young, wild niggas. If you tryna ride the wave, you should be afraid that you might drown in it. I be feeling like the king of my city, and every nigga with me wearing a mirror. Headshot like